Hello, hello, hello. Lights, camera, action. You probably can't see a thing because the sun's in your eyes. Well. Well. Ugh. Right, so tangled up in the seatbelt then. Dash cam is a dash cam in. Let's get out of here and I'll tell you a story. A34 northbound. Time now 6:17 on Wednesday. Come on. There you go, it's not too difficult, is it? Go. How hard was that? Right. Okay, so Friday. Let's go back to the beginning. Friday. Came back down from Middlesbrough. Went on the docks, box off, box on. Got back to the yard. Ready for Monday morning. Fueled. Early finish. Job done. My new Kira was still working, so I went and did a bit of shopping, ready for Friday night. Bought some food for evening. I made, I'll tell you what I made. I was thinking about it earlier and I couldn't remember. I made curry chicken, chili prawns, and beef kebabs. Beautiful, really nice. So anyway, got home, I was absolutely shattered because the previous weekend I'd only had 26 hours off, and in that 26 hours I drove to bloody Nottingham and back to pick our daughter up. So I was, by the time I got home Friday, I was absolutely hanging. So Kira was still working. I thought, do you know what I mean? I'm going to get a shower, I'm going to lay down on the bed. Before I know it, I'd been asleep for a couple of hours. Kira finished work. I'd already put some cider in the fridge. She cracked open a bottle of wine and I sat about beside her. And I cooked and we all had a nice relaxing evening. And just sorted out the plans for the weekend. We had quite a bit to do because we're going to France soon. And you know, we got plans we had a few things we needed to get done. So we went off to Whole Foods, bought a bike rack Saturday morning. Went to Whole Foods, bought a bike rack. We've already got one that sits on the tow bar, but obviously when you tow a caravan, that ain't no good. So we bought one that sits quite high up on the back of the car, and I'm hoping that there's enough clearance. We haven't tested it yet because of the other things that happened, which I'll tell you about in a minute. We went and had some breakfast at a lovely little cafe we found, which is quite close to us, and it does all Scottish stuff. So for those of you that like the Lawn sausage, potato scones, haggis, and fruit slice, it was the breakfast to die for. It was absolutely lovely. Big Scottish chef, cooks the water, perfect, really nice, good Scottish breakfast. And so that was nice. And then we had to go and try and find, we needed a gas bottle refill for the caravan. We got two, but I wanted another one. I wanted my spare was empty, so I wanted to sort my spare out. Do you think we could find one? No chance. I think we went to 5 different places and it's just impossible to get a refill. They just haven't got any. So we'd already discussed that Saturday night we were going to go to the cinema, and I said, right, but the cinema was booked for 4:45. So I said, let's go in a little bit earlier because she wanted to take some stuff back the next. And I know a Calagas big barbecue place. They got loads of Calagas bottles in there. We'll just try them just on the off chance. Don't hold out much hope. but we'll just give them a go, seeing as we're passing. So we went into there. They were just closing up when we got there, and they said, hold on, I'll have a look. I think you might be in luck. And lo and behold, they had the last one bottle left. So we did the deal and got the bottle, which was brilliant, absolutely spot on. And then we went to watch Top Gun, the new Top Gun, which I must say was really good. I really enjoyed it. I mean, we'd watched the old Top Gun only a couple of weeks ago on TV, and this was I think it was a better film. Not because of the stunts or anything like that, just a better storyline and just good, just really good. It was a good film. I enjoyed it. When we come out, Kira goes, well, I feel really bloated. Do you want anything to eat? I said, no, I'm alright actually, you know. So when we get back if you want. She said, yeah, I don't feel 100%, you know. I said, okay, yeah, no problem at all. So anyway, we get home, watch a bit of telly. I think I did some cheese and biscuits in the end. Kira didn't have much, didn't say, I just feel a bit bloated, you know. So we ended up going to bed, absolutely, you know, both knackered. About 1 o'clock, Kira wakes up and goes, oh, I've got pains. I said, yeah, you know. But then the next thing I know, she's like curled up in a ball in agony. I'm like, fucking hell, okay. What's going on here then, you know? She said, I don't know, but it feels really bad down my right side, and it's moved down to the right. And I said, well, what do you reckon it is? She said, I don't know, but when he had his appendix out, it was the same. When she remembered, it was the same, you know, it was a similar sort of pain, and she remembered the symptoms for it. We did a quick Google like you do, and she went, I think I might have appendicitis. Well, right, okay, well, do you want to phone up 999 and get an ambulance, or do you want me to take you in, or do you want a 111? And she said, well, let's phone 111 up and let's see what happens. So we were about 45 minutes trying to get hold of someone on 111. Eventually speaking to someone, took all the details. Poor Kira's like doubled up in pain, trying to get her point across that she was in, you know, not in a good place. And yeah, someone will phone you back in half an hour. Well, 45 minutes went and no one phoned her back. I said, right, let's go on the phone again. So we phoned him back and said, look, someone's supposed to be phoning us up. No one has. So we spoke to them and they said, look, you know, I'll get someone onto the phone to you in 5 to 10 minutes. And thankfully somebody did phone her back and said, look, no, well, okay, it does sound indeed like you do have appendicitis. Can you get to the hospital? Because the wait list for an ambulance is extremely long. I said, yeah, we can be in the hospital in 45 minutes. And at A&E in Southampton, she said, well, I'll book you in. So what time do you think we'll be there? Well, by this time, I said we'll be there before 4:30. Right, okay, booked in for 4:30. Just go straight to the A&E department, they'll deal with you the moment you get there. So we fly off down to there, park up, get her in. And by this stage, she's like, you know, proper curled up in a ball. Takes a load of details from her, which she could barely stand. Yeah, can you go and sit and wait over there? We're like, okay. So she's curled up in a ball, rolling around in agony on the seats. And I said, no, this is, you know. There's a few people in there who've cut some grazes and bruises, and you know, and it's like, hang on a minute, she's rolling around in agony. And I thought, no, I'm pulling rank. So I went back to the thing and I said, look, I don't wish to be a pain, but this has been going on since 1:30 this morning. If it is appendicitis, which they reckoned it was when we talked to them on the phone, this needs to be looked at and it needs to be sorted out now. So, can you get someone to have a look at her? So, they begrudgingly get a nurse to come and have a look, and all of a sudden they whip her away. So I'm like, okay, what happens now then? And the nurse comes to me, she's like, I'll come back to you in a minute or two. And thankfully he did. Nice lad. Filipino type Thai lad, nurse, proper nurse, you know, gay as you like, get winking at me, and he was a really nice young lad, really nice lad, and he said, this is the best thing you can go and do is go and get a coffee, and as soon as we know something we'll let you know. And I said, so what time? And she said there will be a bit of a wait, and I said, well, how long? Just to give us an idea for parking and letting the kids know at home what's going on.
Keep right.
He goes, well, if you go on 6 to 7 hours, we should have seen it by then. On 6 to 7 hours? He said, yeah, really busy, really sorry. Okay, okay. So anyway, I go off and get myself a coffee because I thought, well, I wasn't in. You know, what do I do? Do I go home, or do I, you know, if I go home and they see her earlier, I could be picking her up. I just didn't know what was going on, so I thought I'll hang around for a bit and see what happens. And then I get a message from her saying, I'm in a corridor. I've been seen by someone.
Midlands for 6.5 miles.
I'm now in a corridor waiting to be seen by someone else, and they haven't given me any pain relief. And I said, right, okay, you need to call out to someone. She said, I've been trying. 2 people to just ignore me. Well, but I'm in a corridor. Fucking hell. Then about half an hour goes by, and then she says, I eventually grabbed hold of the next person that went by, and I wouldn't let go of them. She was, you know, she was curled up in a ball in pain, trying, you know, and left in a fucking corridor, which it ain't really on. So she grabs her, and it happened to be a doctor. So the doctor wheeled her into the room and said, look, I'm a doctor, and I've actually come down to, and looking at her now, I've actually come down to see you. She said, right, well, you can see that I'm fucking not in a good place. I said, no, clearly. And they sorted her out with pain relief. She'd already had her blood taken and stuff like that, and that had come rushed back. That had been rushed through, obviously, in case it was an appendicitis. And they came back and they said, it's not your appendix. Okay. So what is it then? They said, we think it's a kidney stone. Okay, so that would explain the excruciating pain trying to pass a kidney stone. But so that was, she said, so what we're going to do, we're going to give you some strong painkillers, and we're going to release you, and then you come back to have a CT scan tomorrow morning at 8:30, which would be Monday morning. Brilliant. So it took another 2 hours for them to release her by the time they'd taken out the cannula and sorted her out with some medication and sorted her out with a prescription. So anyway, then we get to, so she comes out a little bit disorientated. So basically she's just sort of like, there you go, on you go. And I hadn't even had a chance to get to where she was coming out of. It was a different exit altogether. So I eventually find her crying in the corridor, all disorientated. So I find her and I said, right, okay, what's happening? So she told me the story. I said, right, okay. And I need to go and get a prescription. I said, right, okay. Didn't they give it to you then? No, I've got to get it. They didn't have any. They didn't have any painkillers. I said, what do you mean they didn't? He said they didn't have any, so I've got to come to the pharmacy and get it. I've got a prescription here. I said, right, okay. So we go to the pharmacy, it's fucking closed. We done home to 9:30, so we then had to wait around for another hour for the pharmacy to open. We get to the pharmacy, and the pharmacy says, oh, it's going to be another hour before we can get this. We're like, for fuck's sake, we've been here since 1:30. We haven't slept, we're starting to get the hump here. So we're trying to be as polite as I possibly can. And I said, my wife couldn't get these, and she goes, oh, do you normally pay for prescriptions? I said, yeah, we do, yeah. That would with that. And I said, just out of interest then, I said, the A&E department said that they'd run out of, or they didn't have any of this. So therefore we had to get it at the pharmacy. I said, just out of interest, I said, if they had have had it in A&E, would we have had to have paid for it? And she said, oh no. So because they'd run out, we then have to pay for it. Yes. And I thought to myself, right, okay. That again is just poor management, isn't it? Because how can you have an A&E running out of a type of fucking painkiller? You know? And then expecting the patient, okay, you know, if it was A&E, you get everything for free in A&E. You shouldn't have a bill at the end of it. So I paid it. It's not an issue. 9 whatever quid is, but it's the principle of it. It's not the fact that it costs money. It's the principle of it. So anyway, we get there. We go home, and Kira goes, now I know it's not. It's a kidney stone. I feel a bit better of myself, and you know, all sorts of thoughts were going through my head. Blah 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 blah. I'm really hungry. Can I get something? Because she didn't eat the night before, and the bloating had gone down, and painkillers had kicked in. And she said, I feel a little bit better. I feel. And it's something to eat. So we stopped. She had a cheese toastie, and which. We got out of Costa, and it was just fucking ridiculous prices in the hospital, wouldn't it? It's just, you're preying on the needy, you know? It's fucking wrong in my eyes. You should be charging that much in hospital. So anyway, we get home, put her to bed, she sleeps a little bit, I sleep a little bit, on and off, and off. The next morning, and she's working these painkillers into her, and they're doing the trick, which is excellent. So, you know, she's not pain free, but it's certainly sorted her out. 8:30, we're back down to Southampton Hospital. We get up early, get down to Southampton Hospital, get in there, and they go, have you got a full bladder? She goes, no. She said, well, you needed a full bladder before you come in here. I said, well, it didn't say that on the letter. Where's the letter? Here's the letter. Well, that's the wrong letter. Well, that's the letter I got. It was almost like it was her fault for being given the wrong letter. I said, I don't know what, you know, I was with her at this stage. I said, well, hang on a minute. I said, if we were told to have a full bladder, but the letter clearly states that didn't say that, so how would we know? Neither of us have had a CT scan before. We don't know these things. How are we supposed to know? And the woman was a little bit offish with us. It was like, well, she said, but that's not the letter you're supposed to have. And I said, well, whose fault is that? And she said, well, it's our department. I said, well, have a word with them. Don't have a go at your customers. Fucking hell. So she has to drink a gallon of water. So we're there for about half an hour. She goes in. She goes in half an hour later. Well, literally, it wasn't half an hour. It was literally in and out. You know, it doesn't take long. So she's in and out within 5-10 minutes. Comes out and she goes down and they go, well, it's not kidney stones. Okay, what is it then? She said it's what was it again?
After half a mile, go left on the
Oh, I've forgotten the word. I've forgotten the word.
M40, then take the motorway.
You got 2 of them where your eggs are released.
Go left on the roundabout and take the first
I can't think of the word. If I think of it, it'll come back to me. But apparently one of them was a bit bulky. She said, okay, it was going bulky. I think I haven't got a bulky one. It might be slightly enlarged, but it's certainly not bulky. Only in only Kira fashion. Which made me chuckle. So it's where the eggs are released from. You've got one either side of you. Well, girls have. Oh, apart from V8 Scania drivers, they've probably got a couple as well. Oh, what the fuck are they called? So anyway, they said it's a bit bulky.
Towards Northampton for 5 miles.
Now, this stage it was like, okay, not too sure what that means, but okay. And of course you use Google and go like bulky, whatever. I can't remember the fucking. Everyone's screaming out the word, aren't they? And I can't remember it. And so you look on Google and you go, oh yeah, okay, right. Ooh. And all of a sudden you look at it and you go, no, that's not good. So we get home and you know, we're saying, right, so you need to get hold of your doctor, phone work up, tell him that, you know, you're going to be out for a couple of days, and phone work up, just like right down then, come on, go, and tell him you're not going to be, you know, you're not going to be in for a couple of days, and you get it sorted. Then we phone the doctors up, because apparently, you know, she was told when she was in there by this consultant that they were going to then refer her to another consultant, but they didn't say which consultant, whether it or her doctor, or whether it was, or what consultant and where. We didn't know. So I said, and then Kira speaks to her boss and he goes, don't forget you got private medical insurance, you can get some, because we didn't know what the time frame of any of this was going to be. So don't forget you got private medical insurance, get onto them and that's all you want out. So anyway, try phoning the Sunday, I think, no, the day before on Sunday she phoned up the private medical insurance. No, it wasn't. It was Monday afternoon. So, anyway, tries phoning her doctor up, and you can't make an appointment until the line's open. You've got to make a phone call. So she phones at 8 o'clock. By 1 minute past 8, when she eventually gets through to the answer service, you are 19 in the queue at 1 minute past 8. 19! Fucking hell. So she's on the phone there, holding for just over an hour. Eventually put her through. It's like getting blood out of a stone. It really is getting blood out of a stone. So I think I might have got a few things muddled up and ran the wrong way there, but it was all a bit. So the upshot of it all is we're still waiting for a ultrasound. Her doctor got back to her more or less straight away, and phoned her up, had a long conversation with her, really put her mind at rest and said, you know, that we've had the results back from the hospital. Everything looks fine, so there's no need to worry about anything. It's all looks good. We just need to get to the bottom of why you had that pain at that particular moment. So we don't think there's anything too much to worry about. It might have been something like a cyst that had burst or got too big, or just we're clutching at straws really, because nobody seems to know until they've had a look with an ultrasound. So we're waiting on a date for an ultrasound, and that could be. And the doctor said if for any reason, after looking at all the results that you've had, I want you to go and do a further blood test, because we've got one other thing to test for. But if I had any concerns, I'd have you in today, but I haven't. So we're going with that, and we're just waiting for the next blood test to come back, because that will give us a clearer idea of maybe what the problem is. Because they're testing for a specific thing, and if it comes back negative, then it's a minor issue. So we're just waiting for that now. Kira's okay, not pain-free, but yeah, just a dull ache, I think is the way she describes it as. Like a period pain. I've got no idea what that feels like, but yeah, it's one of those, for those that know. And because the other problem is that she was supposed to be going to and all the while we're trying to do all of this, we're trying to sort out, or Kira is, she's supposed to...
Half a mile, take the exit, 10 towards Northampton.
She's supposed to be going to Holland on Thursday with her friend to go and see her dad. And of course there's a fucking train strike.
Take the exit, 10.
So her train's been cancelled. So they've booked onto another train. We don't know whether that's going to be cancelled. Eurostar is only going half the way and not all the way. So they have to change trains and get another train when they're in Belgium. It's like, oh my word.
After a mile, go right on the roundabout and take the second exit, A43, towards Northampton, then keep left.
So they've managed to book a train. Whether that train will run, because the other train didn't run, so whether this train will run is still in the lap of the gods. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Go right on the roundabout and take the second exit, then keep left.
So it's been an eventful weekend. Did I get any rest? Well, very little. So I had Monday off, and I got a Monday afternoon, and I thought, you know what? I'm not, you know, Kira's got to go and get a blood test. She's got to go to the pharmacy. She's got to go to the doctors. And I don't want her doing that on her own, so I had to take the day off. Well, phone worker and said
300 feet, keep left.
I said, look, I could really do with having another day off. No problem at all. No problem. So that was cool. It's unpaid, obviously. Don't get paid. So that's a bit of a pisser, but you know, that's why I work the weekend. So when I lose a couple of days' pay, it's no great shakes really. It just evens itself out, doesn't it?
After half a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A43.
So state of play at the moment is we're waiting for a blood test results to come back, which may be later today or maybe tomorrow. Kira goes to Holland on, Kira goes to Holland on Thursday. She's back Monday. Goat Boy has his last A-level exam today, and he's finished school. I'm absolutely
Cross
fucking
the roundabout
knackered.
and take the second exit, A43.
And we're heading to sunny Doncaster. Actually, this going up to Doncaster is an easy job for me. I know exactly where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. It's just a case of plodding up there. I've given myself loads of time to get up there. I'm due in at 11:30. Got to be there for 11:30, and as it stands at the moment, I'm due in at 9:15. So I've got to take a break out of that, but that still gives me more time on top to have another little break. So yeah, happy days. Easy for me. So my truck was used whilst I was off by a day man who couldn't be asked to fill it up with fucking AdBlue. So I had less than half a tank of AdBlue and only 3/4 of a tank of fucking diesel. Lazy bastard. You're always supposed to fill the, you know, if you use a truck, fill it up. So I had to fuck about and get AdBlue this morning. Could have done without that. Oh, I've got plenty of time, but that's not the point. Yeah, that's the state of play at the moment. Gorgeous Kira is work in progress, I think. So we know exactly what's going on. Hopefully we know a bit more. Come on, Gil, pick up. We know a little bit more later, maybe later today or tomorrow. So I'm heading up to the red line. I'm going to be taking a 45. Well, I've managed to hurt me back as well. So every now and again my back just goes. This time it's not been right for about a week and a half, 2 weeks now. It starts to get a little bit niggly, and then it goes into sort of spasm mode. I have had it before where I've been laid out and needed injections in the back to enable me to move. I haven't had that for a good few years though, but yeah, so I've got to be a little bit careful with it. Now, I don't know how I did it. I mean, I've put it out before, picking a pair of shoes up off the floor. Yeah, I think that was the worst one. I picked a pair of shoes up off the floor, and as I went straight back up again, it just boing. Absolute agony.
A43.
Yeah, sometimes I can feel it just moving to the left or to the right. It's just a normal movement that you do maybe 100 times in a day. And that one time you do it maybe slightly differently, and it just sort of catches it. So
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A43.
I have been to the doctors with it, and they just say anti-inflammatories. Here you go. So that's all I do now, just work a load of anti-inflammatories into me, and away I go. Oh, beautiful day. It's 10 to 7, it's already 15 degrees. Go on then, if you're going to overtake me, but don't make me slow down, because you've overstretched yourself. Look.
After half a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A43.
Yeah, so obviously I've got a loaded box on, and the driver who picked the truck up, who was using my truck, didn't bother to put a fucking container lock on it last night. So there was no container lock on it this morning. And yeah, didn't bother to fucking top it up with fuel. Oh, and the seats all over the place, isn't it? I always try
and take the second exit, A43.
If I've got to get into someone else's truck, I'll try to put the seat back to where it was, or as best as I can. Well, there's fucking nothing like it. Because I have mine really low and quite laid back. I like being seated low. No, this is up in the fucking air. Bolt upright. It's like, fucking, how do you drive it like that? Oh, and it's tuned the fucking radio too as well. The first thing I heard this morning when I got in the truck was fucking Vanessa Phelps. That's enough to do anyone's fucking head.
Get right on the roundabout and take the third exit, A43.
Hear her voice, that fucking set me off straight away. She's probably a really nice person in real life, but on the radio, fuck me, she's fucking hard work.
A43.
Oh, I came up here the other morning, and I was looking in the lay-by where I got done, and there was a container lorry in there, but his fucking back door's open. Somebody had fucking broken into him. He was asleep in the cab. Whether he knew or not, I don't know. So they're definitely about, the thieving bastards.
After half a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A43.
Yep. She's slowing down a bit.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A43.
Coming up to the lay-by. Yeah, and he was more or less parked in the exact spot that I was, and the doors were slightly ajar. So yeah, eventful weekend, not for the right reasons.
Go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, A43.
Yeah, not for the right reasons. We're just hoping that it doesn't coincide with our trip to France.
Follow A43 for 5 miles.
I don't know what happens then. Oh yeah, because we had problems with the medical insurance people. They were saying, well, it needs to be. It's like, I was under the impression, I think we both were, that you phone them up and say, look, this is what's happening. Can you now take over the running of this? This is where it's got to. Can the information be sent from our doctor to your doctor and you crack on? Because that's why we're paying it. No, it doesn't work like that. What do you mean it doesn't work like that? No, we need to have the consultant. No, that was the other thing. We need to have the consultant that you saw send it to us. We said, well, Kira said, well, I don't know who the consultant. Well, why did you see them? Look, see, this is picking up this centre white line here. normally turn it off. He said, well, it wasn't a... Yeah, but why did you go to see them? Because we were in A&E. And they thought it was this, but it wasn't. So so where did they send what consultant? We don't know what consultant they sent it to. But why not? Because we weren't told. And as it is, I think we don't even sure whether it's sent to a consultant or back to the doctors. But the doctor, Kira's doctor, does have some information. So, or has all the information. So we're still not entirely sure what's happening. The doctor said she would sort it out. So, the whole system, you know, and it's not the people within it's not the doctors and the nurses and the staff, it's not them. It's the processes that they have to deal with and the poor management of the processes that appear to be causing the problems. So at the moment, we can't even use the private medical insurance that she has from her work, that because we haven't got the right information and we can't get that information. Oh dear, oh dear. And the more you try to unravel it or unravel the problems, the more problems you sort of get tangled up in. So fingers crossed anyway, fingers crossed. Never know, we might know a bit more later today. Right, you can hear me rustling. I'm having something to eat. Pan au chocolat, in my best French accent then. Left it in the window, it's got a bit sweaty. Have a 45 off at the red line. Bags of time. Foot down.
After 3/4 of a mile, keep right.
Fucking cyclist. I saw a sign, I don't know whether you guys did, saying A43 not suitable for cyclists. There's that fucking cyclist there riding along here.
Keep right.
Why would you decide to cycle along a busy dual carriageway? You know, that's just...
A43 for 4 miles.
That's total disregard for your own life and inconveniencing others. There's lots of other roads you could have ridden along around here. Lots. And to do that is just... Oh, just fucking, just a wanker. You know, I've done a lot of cycling myself, and there's no way would I choose to ride on when I choose my routes to ride on, I choose the least busiest routes that I possibly can. Just fucking life preservation, do you know? But to purposely choose, which clearly he has, otherwise you'd have fucking pulled off somewhere, to cycle along here, you've got to have a fucking screw loose. And in actual fact, I think there is a national cycle route which avoids this road altogether. So there is no reason why you should be on here. Yeah, it's the equivalent of playing on a fucking railway line, isn't it? You're going to get fucking hurt. Idiot. Everyone else had a good weekend. Go and see Top Gun though. Go and see Top Gun. It was a good film. Enjoyed it. Go on, girl, keep going. So the last few times I've been hooking up the A5, I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go straight down to the motorway and pick up, because I'm going to the red line. Although I could go up to the A5 and down. No, I'll go straight up. I want to have a look. Apparently they've been doing some roadworks up here, so I haven't been up in a few weeks.
After a quarter of a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, A43.
So I'd like to see what they've been doing up here. If anything at all, because the road's been actually, at night the road's been closed.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
made coffee at home before I came out this morning, and it's, I must have got distracted. I don't think I remember when I poured it into my flask. I thought it looks a bit watery.
After half a mile, cross the roundabout and take the third exit, A43, towards Northampton.
I must have miscounted my scoops. Oh, bump. So you're going to be with me till we hit the red line now. So they've been resurfacing all of this, look.
Cross the roundabout and take the third exit, A43, towards Northampton.
There was a clunk when she changed gear. My word. So we're just going to take the third exit here, straight across. Are they out with the sequence of lights? Because I don't normally see them queuing there. They haven't changed the layout by the looks of it, but at least you can see the white lines now.
Follow A43 towards Birmingham for 5.5 miles.
Mile, then it's about another couple of miles, and then we're there. Yeah, nice little run up to Doncaster today. Keeps me out of mischief for the day. I suspect, I don't know how far I'm going to get today. Depends on how long it takes to tip. And that's the key today. How long it takes to tip. They can be either really quick, or they can be 3 hours. I've been in here, you know, both. The last couple of times I've been in here, however, they've been like hour and a half, which is fine, because it means I can get back down the road again. I won't have enough time to get on the dock tonight, so that'll be an early start tomorrow, I suspect. But I can, I'll either be Newbury or I'll make it back to the yard. So we'll see how things go, how they pan out. You might even be pointing up at the sky and not be able to see a thing. I'm not sure how the camera's set up. Scan your boy. It's a long low loader. That is just for the mobile homes, isn't it? See the long slim racks, ramps even. daughter in the middle, she's in Spain at the moment. I can't remember where she's gone. Then her and 7 or 8 mates have all flew out. Thankfully, they managed to fly out. They've rented a villa, and can't remember where they've gone. Why isn't that a surprise? A young goat boy, he goes to Magaluf. Fucking in August. Fucking hell, Magaluf. Him and 4 or 5 mates all flying out there. Party away. They're only going for about 3 or 4 nights. But apparently he's going to a nightclub on his first time. He's going to a nightclub on Wednesday night. Tonight, actually, tonight. Yeah, tonight. He's going to a nightclub tonight, he said, to celebrate leaving, finishing school. He's 18. And all his mates are 18. I think he's one of the last to become 18. So they're all going out to this, one of them drives, so they're all going down to Bournemouth, going clubbing. Going clubbing. I said, I don't expect too much on a Wednesday night. You might get Nilo Lil going in there, and a couple of old girls go in. You know, you might be able to grab a granny. So grab a granny. Gorgeous Kira, one part of that conversation, just as well. Oh dear, I really do. I feel really sorry for the kids of 18, 19 and 20. I mean, we were talking about it the other day, and I've talked about this before. I was talking about it with the Gorgeous Kira. We were saying that, you know, we were pubbing and clubbing at 16, 17 years of age. And
after half a mile, go left on the roundabout and take the first exit towards Birmingham, then keep left.
they just can't do that now. You know, it's not you just can't do it. You know, we could get away with it, but they can't now. Well, let's have a look and see what they've been doing down here. Well, clearly nothing to this stretch of road because it's still shit.
Go left on the roundabout and take the first exit towards Birmingham, then keep left.
So let's have a look around here. First exit off.
After 600 feet, keep left, then take the motorway. Keep left, then take the motorway.
So this has all been closed recently, the last few nights, or for quite a good few nights. Okay, so I can see new tarmac. No, I can't. Thought I could. It's not. No changes. No changes that I can see. Still no changes. Oh, maybe a bit to the left there. Thanks for moving over, no problem at all. So they've been resurfacing there on the left, but you know what? How can they not just get on with it? They're doing a bit to the embankment, I guess. And they've been scraping the surface off here, but really, does it take that long? I can hang a job out, but fuck me, these boys, they're fully professional hanging a job out. road there, sort of pushing you around a bit. Just going to stay out there by the looks of it. I'm coming off at the next junction. Back of that BMW looked god awful. Another one. And another one. That's an older one. There's always the back end of the BMWs that seem to let them down. They look alright from the far. There's another one there, and right, communist pig shit. Right, I'm coming off here. I use the red line, it's a bit more secure.
After a quarter of a mile, cross the roundabout and take the second exit, M1, towards Leicester.
If I stopped back at Chilwell
Cross
Valley,
the roundabout and take the second exit.
I couldn't guarantee, I wouldn't be able to guarantee even in daylight that my seal was still intact. Excuse me.
Take the exit, M1, then take the motorway.
No, well, because we're going to the red line. Stay there. That's it. Well done. Plenty of spaces in the red line at this time of the morning. Everyone should have, the vast majority of people should have vacated. There's still a few in. No, it's fairly empty. Still a few around the edges though. Ugh. Behind me, let me out. Right, where are we going to park? Squeeze down between it. Yeah. Excuse me.
After half a mile, go right on the roundabout and take the third exit, M1, towards the north.
I'm just going to spin around here. And well, I'm going here. Sun right in my eyes though, but that'll do me. So that'll do. Parked up for the red line at 7:24. Right. Time to get myself sorted out, so I just threw everything in the truck this morning. So I'll speak to you all later.